Hello. This is going to be a little reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Midheaven, and Stelliums. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving and I hope you're enjoying your holidays so far. I feel like the holidays are just going by so fast. It's my favorite time of year. I love it during this time. The weather's perfect and just all the feelings and the vibes are so happy and uplifting. I hope that it's doing the same for you. So I'm just going to shuffle this deck a couple more times, then I'm going to split it. Okay, this is the last one. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, Leo. 1, 2, 3. First card's going to be the challenge in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The challenge is the Chariot. Okay. That's the challenge. What can help the challenge in 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, the World. Wow. Okay. Dang. Dang, Leo. All right, so now let's look at what you might not see in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Page of Cups. The Page of Cups. Bottom is the Lovers. There's 3 major arcana here. Okay. Okay. That's a big one right there. I'm trying to decipher what this could mean. Okay, so the challenge being the Chariot here. Perhaps you've been having a hard time figuring out what direction you want to go in life, whether it's in regards to work, love, moving, trips, plans, all those kinds of things. Your vision for the world and what you have for your life. This could be a challenge right now. And if it's a challenge because of financial stuff, that's one thing. But that's not something that can affect, right? You can save for that. However, if it's in regards to jobs, career, maybe you are working and yes, you are able to save the money, but maybe the other side of it is that you're not happy at where you work. And so therefore, when you're not happy at work, it's hard to get the motivation, right, to keep it going. You have to have everything kind of in sync to make it more smooth riding. But of course, life isn't smooth. So I guess you could also look at that too. And I mean, what will help is, I think what is exactly what I just said is realizing that the world is always changing. Things are not always going to be in balance. The World card is kind of like a huge realization moment, in my opinion. I feel like it kind of brings about that moment where you realize, okay, yes, it sucks that I can't have things go completely smooth all the time the way I want it, and there's going to be bumps and stuff in the road. But how can I maybe change my mindset about this? The World card doesn't necessarily have to mean, oh, there's big changes in my actual physical environment, where you're unprepared. No, it could also speak to, what is the workings in your mind? What is your perception? How are you viewing things? That is the most difficult thing to change, is the way that we're programmed. So then by recognizing that, and I'm seeing What really stuck out to me is this red thing. Okay. I don't really, forgive me, but I don't know exactly what this is. But, and maybe some people that are more versed in this might know. But I'm going to admit that I don't know every aspect of tarot. So I'm trying to figure out what this is trying to tell me. And I feel as though this is showing two sides. Right? As above, so below. They're separated. But they're separated. It's like your soul and things that we can't, like our imagination, the separation between our imagination and what we want our dreams to become versus the reality part of it. So it's about integrating those two together and recognizing that, yes, there's going to be, this is just life. It's a part of life. You're not alone in this. But if it's in regards to, yes, this journey you're looking to take, wherever it might be, there's also, look at this though, whichever place you go to, there's going to be abundance there. There's going to be something there, because on both sides, it's showing castles. It's showing an establishment is a foundation. There's a foundation. It's equal. It's, you have to learn to kind of mend fences maybe within yourself, I think. Yeah. Because a lot of the Chariot is about being able to learn how to integrate the aspects of yourself that you're having a hard time accepting as well. So then you go on these battles, these journeys, trying to seek for things, trying to seek for fulfillment in other areas, but then eventually that runs out. It's almost like you go through a honeymoon phase of something, you move somewhere, you go somewhere different, and then you realize, oh gosh, wait. After a while, it kind of sizzles out. And why is that? Why is that? It's because it's a form of running away. So you have to learn how to just, and every one of us is doing this. You're not the only one. So don't feel like you're being called out or anything or singled out by anybody else. But maybe this is more prominent for you to realize and recognize now in this moment in time. For some, maybe not all. And when we have what you don't see is the Page of Cups, it could be an individual who is trying to get your attention. Whether it is a child in your life, it could be your own child who is seeking your attention and needing your focus, needing your help in certain areas. But perhaps because you've been stuck in some personal stuff, and I don't know what that is, but it could be anything. Life in general can throw us off course sometimes because of certain events that happen to us. So therefore, even if we're not meaning to, we can unexpectedly fall out of our routines with our children sometimes. We have to be reminded that they are still there and they still need our guidance and help, regardless of the troubles that us adults go through, right? Or if this is not representing a child, this could represent just another individual who's not as mature as you. So they're not as well versed in life. They need your guidance in some way, and they're needing your attention, your help in some way. With the bottom of the deck being the Lovers, it's another major arcana, right? This could be viewed as, okay, maybe your essential goal is to find your other half, right? You're trying to find and seek out somebody else to complete you. But that is not what everything, that's not what it's all about all the time. I think it's about figuring out that, we're not going to be able to see that picture perfect honeymoon fantasy life. So if you're wanting this, you have to want it in a realistic way. The world is what is trying to figure this out for you, or trying to help you figure this out, and trying to bring about this equilibrium of reality versus fantasy. So that's what I'm getting from this. If we just go off of the three major arcanas here of them being combined, this is what it looks like. Okay. The World is in between. Sure, you could also look at this as, okay, there's something coming in between your ability to be able to get to somebody. We could also say that too. However, I don't like to fortune tell, so I like to just look at a deeper aspect of things, because I believe that we're always on a healing journey and we're not fully healed. And therefore, if that's the case, then You can't get fortune telling unless you're fully healed, because this could also speak to your inner self. Majority of the time it is. In my opinion, that's my personal opinion. So, I would say work on yourself. We're always working on ourselves. There is, yes, maybe a need to find the one that understands you. That's exactly what this is about. It's about finding someone that's going to complete you in some way. Well, your friends could help complete you. Your family can help complete you. Does it have to be an intimate lover that completes you? You know, I mean, our nature as human beings, if you look at it from a more survivalist spectrum, we are mammals. Being mammals, what influences being mammals? This lower nature, which is, I'm not saying it's bad. We're human, we're animals, we're this is just how it goes, right? So I think that's what also influences the desire to find another intimacy to be with. And I might be going very deep here, but just bear with me. I think that clouds things up, if anything. It can definitely cloud things up. And I mean, also don't get out of your emotions either completely, because you don't want to be a computer, but just know what's the driving force. Essentially what this is telling me at the very end of everything, what is the driving force? Do you know what your driving force is? Do you know what is influencing you? You could be unconsciously aware of things that are influencing you. And the card after the Lovers, there was another major arcana. I shuffled these cards very well. And it's the Judgment card. So that is speaking even more so to me now, that this is really about, what is it? Do you know what you want yet? Do you know? Do you really know? Are you ready to make steps or put steps in place to make a move into a new era of your life? Or do you want to stay behind in the old world of thinking? So that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope you liked it, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Peace out.